All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who were well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom Barakathum. And I want to land back a little bit of a video I was watching of the elder apostle Tahar about the IUIC camp at the moment. It seems like every day he's having to get on them about some new doctrine, which is a sign of the times in and of itself. But the main topic would be this charagma, okay, that we have to, it's real because we have to speak in code about it, and that is upon us, okay. The infrastructure is set up, all right, but they are basically telling people that it's the wrong thing, okay. Now, I know we've addressed this topic before, but the thing that I want to highlight is the danger of it, and that this is such explicitly a no-no. The Most High wrote this down not once, but multiple times, okay, about warning Israel and the consequences of it, all right? I'm going to go to Ezekiel 3 to kind of flush this out, my thoughts on the matter. But, I'll just say this, man. In the coming days, when these things start to manifest themselves the way that we prophesied it, you're going to see widespread panic among men that you thought were knowledgeable, that they were wise, because charisma can obfuscate wisdom. A man that's very charismatic, it can mask and hide certain things. You don't see as many holes in the things that he says or in his logic because of his ability to speak, or maybe it's just his status. A lot of these men, especially in the IUIC, you have these high status men, on horses, they're just revered a certain way. So your critical thinking skills are perverted. Okay, you think less independently and you think more in groupthink. Now, it is true that we should all speak the same thing, all right, but it has to be a convincing of the minds of the individuals. Like, I don't join among a group unless I've already thought about this myself, and then once we align, then we join a group. But you don't join a group just to join a group. You don't say things just because other people are saying things. This goes down the avenue of worshiping men over the Most High, and you're basically having to pray that man never falls, he never makes a mistake. But we don't do that, in Great Millstone. Every brother that's in, at least that I can testify to, that I've met, they're in it because they believe sincerely in themselves. And these things are important because when the panic sets in, when you see these people lining up to get these certain things, you're not going to be able to just go on what some other man said. You're going to have to know in your mind what's going on. You're going to have to know. You're not going to be able to think. You're not going to be able to get in touch with people that you look up to and ask questions. All right, so you have to know these things. And so when they go off and they don't warn, or they tell you that it's something else, it's a very egregious thing, especially now, man. All right. Anyway, Ezekiel chapter 3. I'm gonna start at verse 10 and I'm gonna skip a little bit. All right. Let me start at verse 4. I'm going to skip a little bit. It says, "And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel and speak with my words unto them." Okay, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. "For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of an hard language, but to the house of Israel." All right. So that's quite clear. It has nothing to do with what language you speak or what country you live in. The Israelites are everywhere. Israelites are speaking every language under the sun. There's some Israelites somewhere that can speak it, okay, because we're scattered. It says, "Not to many people of a strange speech and of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee." All right. So what the correlation is basically saying, it would have been easier to speak up to get a person that don't even speak your language to listen to you than an Israelite, man, because they're very hard-headed. Okay, and this is what Ezekiel goes into, and this is the conundrum, which really is not a conundrum of a righteous man, because a righteous man doesn't care. But this is the conundrum of camps and groups that want to grow. They think about views, they think about clout, and they think about status, they think about recognition for people of this world, and it puts you in a predicament, okay? Because if you're going to a rebellious people who don't want to hear the truth, well, it begs the question, how do I get them to understand the truth? And this is where switching up of doctrines comes in. This is where the softening of certain precepts come in, okay? This is where the avoidance of controversial scriptures come in. This is where the catering and pandering to women comes in, okay? And before you know it, you have deviated from the scriptures. You either added or taken away from it, you know, because you want to appeal to the mass majority of Israelites, and the reality is that the Lord has already written off 2/3 of our people, man. Okay. Even of the elect, they may not come right when they first hear you. It may be a seed planted and they come back later. All right. But y'all love these crowds. Y'all love all of the cameras. Y'all love the views, the subscribers, the money that you got coming in. Okay. All right. Verse 7, it says, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. So like your verse 7, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For the house of Israel are impudent and hard-headed. All right, so it is Salakia, it is a difficult task to do, all right, if you don't understand this, okay? But we understand that Jake is hard-headed, all right? We understand that the majority of people are not going to listen, all right? But that's okay. But why? Because the Most High told us to do it. And so it really don't matter what the outcome is. If the Lord told you to do something, you got to do it, man. Okay? It may be bitter, but it is what it is. This is temporary, man. All right? It says, verse 8, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead against their forehead. That's the point that I had on that. You know, so this is the context of why the breakdowns of the charagma and, you know, the monogamous relationships, and Deuteronomy 22 ain't saying that, you know, this is where it all comes from, man. You know, not wanting to make your forehead hard against their foreheads, but you have to realize, man, these people are under the jurisdiction of the devil, Esau, Edom. Okay, they can't get it, you know. So you trying to placate to them, which is a good word. As a matter of fact, I'll get the definition so y'all know what I'm talking about. You trying to placate to Israelites when really you're placating to niggotry. That's what you're doing. And niggotry is not our culture. Esau made that up. He came up with the word nigger. Nigger goes back to the word negro, which is Latin, which means black. All right, and it was transformed through various lexicons, Spanish, you know, Latin, and that thing over the years to become nigger, negro, all of that. And so the nigger culture is a creation. That's what you Israelites are really appealing to. You're really appealing to a culture that the devil made, man. Nigger culture is not our culture. That is a curated form of our creativity. It's very creative. It's very entertaining because our salt is in everything. But ultimately, it's not of the Most High, and it's wicked. There's a reason why Esau allowed us to make millions and millions of dollars off of it, because it will destroy us in the end. You see, that's how it works. Okay, so that is what you're appealing to when you're trying to wear, you know, hip hop style garments and mix that with the truth. When you're trying to have a certain style and aesthetic, a certain nomenclature, you know, you bring that in to think you're coming into you're catching more Israelites, but you're not. Okay, what does it mean? What does it mean to placate? If you placate somebody, you stop them from being angry by giving them something or doing something that pleases them. That's what it means to placate. Okay? All right? So you're trying to give them something that will make them feel better about their plight in society, man. Okay? But the reality is, you should be angry. Israelites should be angry. You're not supposed to be in a docile spirit. Okay? You're not supposed to be satisfied with flaming hot Cheetos, all right, and Snapple drinks at every one of your neighborhoods, man. That should anger you to know that there's more liquor stores and payday loan places in your neighborhoods than there are banks. Okay, then there are places of business, man, supermarkets and fresh foods. There's no farms. There's none of that, man. Like, everything about this place should anger you. Okay, if you're a righteous man, if you're a wise man, as the scriptures say, surely wisdom maketh surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. Okay, and that's what you're feeding into when you go, because a lot of these camp leaders, they know, man. Y'all know what the charagma is. Stop it. Okay, you have hireling behavior right now. Okay, because we know y'all are not gonna have any answers when Esau starts lining people up. When this money gets shut down, gold is $2,400 right now, or damn near. Okay, when these banks fail, which they will, when the new money system comes, y'all aren't gonna have any answers. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these camps and churches just shut down. They just don't put up videos no more. They just go away and back out with all that money you've been donating to them. Because they're not going to have any answer for you. They're not going to be able to say anything. What are they going to say? You know? And these camps are going to scatter, man. But let me skip down to Ezekiel 3:17, it says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman into the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Okay, so if the Most High made you a watchman, you're supposed to be warning them on behalf of the Most High, not your personal private interpretations of things. Okay? You're not supposed to be talking about, oh, well, the Revelation 13 and 16, it could be this. That don't line up, man. It don't. All right? And you're going to see a lot more of this behavior going on. You're going to see it continue. Because wicked individuals have a tendency to double down in wickedness. You know? Because demons, they roll in packs, man. They roll in packs. They don't, it's very rarely just one demon. Even the great King David was succumbed to this, man. It was one spirit of adultery, and then all of a sudden the demon of murder jumped on him. You see? So they don't roll they don't roll solo, man. Okay? This is why you have to, you have to shun this behavior all in all, man. And sin laden upon sin, that's called iniquity, man, when you layer it on top of one another. Okay? So these individuals, man, are going to get you in way more trouble than you think it is, man. Okay? Because the spirit of rebellion can easily turn into the spirit of blasphemy, man. Okay? Remember Job's wife. She was being rebellious, and then she just straight up got into a spirit of blasphemy, man. All right? So the small things are not always small things, because everything is connected, man. You have to have the wisdom and the eye salve to see things and navigate them, and that comes with humility, man. That comes with being humble. All right, which most of these other camps do not have. All right, you're not to stand in the stead of the Most High. You're supposed to do what the Most High told you to do. All right. It says, therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Verse 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, okay, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So now 2 lives have been lost. The man that you led astray, and you, because the Lord's going to deal with you for breaking things down incorrectly, man. All right. And I believe the name of the video Apostle Hart did was called IUIC needs a major oil change. Well, that's a lot of camps, man. All right. Now, I'm on the topic of the most important thing at the moment, which is the charagma, but there's plenty of doctrines they go off on. And y'all got to deal with the Lord on that, man. Okay? The Lord has recorded everything. Okay? Just because you're getting the main prophecy wrong doesn't mean you don't owe for the smaller breakdowns y'all went off on. Okay? And this is why you fear the Lord, man. Because now these people are in a point where their pride is too built up to go back. All right? When they see the banks failing and these new credit systems come online, they're gonna spin things and go to various precepts to try to make their point solid, instead of humbling down and saying, look, we were wrong. You know, we shouldn't have did that. And I could be wrong. They could do it, but I don't believe so. Why? Because that's not how the pride demon works, man. Okay? It says, verse 19, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. And that's what these camps don't realize. Your soul is at stake. If you pick up the mantle of a prophet, all right, if you put your hand to the plow to do the work, okay, your soul is now in the balance of what you do. Okay? You can't just go out there and think you're gonna read precepts and then think the Lord is just pleased with that, man. All right? Your soul and spirit is at stake, man. And if you're in part of one of these camps, a lot of these guys that are in these different camps, they're looking at other camps, they're watching other videos, and they might be like, man, these brothers are right on this, but they don't want to leave. Okay? All right, well, there's something that y'all got to understand. Those camp leaders, when it hits the fan, these camp leaders are not going to save you. Okay? Even brothers that are you know, hard-bodied in the truth, you know, I say that are very, very close. There's no guarantee we'll even be able to be there for each other, man. All right? The scriptures say this thing is gonna happen suddenly, man. Okay? So they're not going to be available to help you and navigate these things. The scriptures say work out your own salvation. Okay? So get ready as the economic turmoil happens, which I have a feeling is going to be coming soon. You know, when I say soon, I believe this year sometime. As World War III is looming, all of the pieces are coming together. We hope and pray it's this year, man. You know, but you know, regardless, it's going to come to pass. All right? And when it does, you're going to have to think back and reflect on those things, man. You're going to have to pray that much harder the Most High accepts your sacrifice and has forgiveness on you. Okay? Because the part of you knows now, man. If you know now, you have a burden to act, man. Okay? I could have gone through other various precepts. I quoted them, but you know, the point was made here in Ezekiel, all right, that this thing that we do when we go out and we preach, there's attachments to it, man. The Lord doesn't do anything in vain. Okay? And when he tells us to do a certain thing, we need to do a certain thing. So we'll see how these other individuals react as prophecy begins to unfold. Inevitably, man, it's a shame that you got people like on the Joe Rogan podcast are closer than Hebrew Israelite camps, man. Like, that's shameful. Okay, that should put you in a contrite and remorseful and and sorrowful spirit, man. All right, but like I said, that pride demon, it's a doozy, man. Anyway, I'll end it there. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Hashim Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashim Rachak Wadash Shalom Kwam Yasharallah.